Hey, what's up? Topic of the day is manifestation itself is not enough, but it helps. Let's dig into that a little bit more. So recently, very recently, today, I got a message from somebody that I had messaged a few months ago, maybe 4 months ago, because I was trying to sell, or I was trying to upsell an item, or I was trying to trade up an item along with some cash for another item. And at the time, we couldn't come to an agreement. They said no. And sometimes there'll be periods where I'm like, I really want to sell this item. How can I get a sale? And then sometimes I just won't even think about it. I'll be busy with other things. But more recently, I've been in a state where I've sold a few other things and my focus is going back to how can I sell this item, which I've kind of struggled to sell. It's a suit. And suits, what I found, are extremely difficult to sell secondhand. They're very hard to get their value back or even close to their value back. But this person reached out to me today and said, are you still interested? Would you trade for this? And so, of course, there's a bit of a circle back tax, but that whole thing would not have happened if I did not reach out to that person whenever I did, when I did not plant that seed. Not to say that I manifested that message per se, but I was certainly thinking, how can I sell this suit? And kind of right when I'm in that period of thinking about it, they messaged me. And I mean, if that isn't some form of manifestation, I don't really know what is. And it's crazy to think that that kind of thing can help. I don't necessarily know if that helped, but the whole idea of thinking about it, knowing kind of what you want, I think is a very good step in the right direction, because without knowing what you want, it's only going to be an accident. And you can have happy accidents, but if you're more intentional about what you're trying to accomplish, then I think there's a certain rewarding feeling that you get that you accomplished something. And another example is, I'm sure maybe some people have heard of this before, is like, I think it's like if someone says to look for a red car, count how many red cars that drive past in the next 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. You'll count the red cars. And then if the question becomes, okay, how many white cars went past? You probably wouldn't know the answer because you were focusing on how many red cars were going past. And in that sense, kind of focusing on what you're trying to accomplish does help, and knowing what you're trying to accomplish helps. But you can also have random kind of events that, I guess, some form of manifestation. For example, I've had friends or girls that I've had interest in reach out to me at the most randomest times. And yeah, I mean, I guess it's one of those weird things where I guess sometimes you kind of have to put the message out there. Like, just thinking about things in your head isn't enough. You kind of have to have a few messages, or you have to put those kind of vibes out there and in some kind of way that's very real. And so, expecting a message from a girl you've never met before is pretty futile, I think. But expecting a message, or like manifesting a message from a girl that maybe you've talked to a bit in the past, I don't think is that unreasonable. It certainly happens. It's happened to me, at least. And in that sense, I think manifest is extremely helpful, but it's not enough. You have to have some actions that kind of build that up, because otherwise it's just in your head. And of course, you can kind of, if it's something that's for yourself that you can accomplish, then yes, you can manifest it and work towards that direction. But if it's something that involves others and things that are less in your control, then in that sense, you kind of have to put those signals out there. But yes, I do think manifest is real. I think it can help, but manifestation alone is not enough. You got to take the actions to make it a realization. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.